Well, Sean, frustrating night.
Incredibly frustrating. Very similar to the Fulham game in the sense keeping the ball but not really penetrating, not really opening them up, not changing the tempo of the game. Too methodical, I described that when I was saying tonight. You know, and I want these players to understand why you've got to mix your game up. You know, they're a pretty experienced Premier League group, them, and especially the defenders. And I thought they defended excellently, to be fair, to their credit. Lots of the ball, lots of crosses, lots of openings, but not really opened them up. And I think that's where we've got to change our play. And also the expectation. I think, you know, it's a different thing. You know, we played great against Tottenham, but it's a different thing before the game. We played well apart from the result, referees and all that against Man City. Did great at Liverpool. What about when it's games when people go on then, step on? You know, there should be expectation in this football club. I know there is, but we've got to grow with that expectation and conquer it, because I think tonight was a slightly different feel. I think the crowd came in tonight going, go on then, you know, really stamp on it. And I was the same. So that's my frustration, is a group of, we've got talent here, but it's, you know, it's be the person that makes a difference. It always sense like we're waiting for someone else. And then 2 soft goals against a team that are very defensive like that. You've got, you know, you can't give away soft goals like that.
Yeah. That feels a bit like a mental thing, an attitude thing. It's
No,
obviously not a physical thing, is it?
No, I think because of last season, the expectation raised significantly. And I think, you know, I said I thought this would be a tough season for Nottingham Forest before I was manager, and I've said equally when we've had these big results, said no, there's more to come. There's a lot more work to be done, because I know the Premier League. You know, it's certain I'm just like not naive to what the Premier League's like and the challenge of it. And the players have done great in many ways, but you know, down at Fulham, I'm going, go on then. And today I'm going, go on, really step on. You know, be the person that makes a difference. It was just sort of everyone waiting, playing too safe. You know, not putting the ball at risk, not putting themselves at risk, and. It's a stark reminder, you know, experienced groups like that, if you don't do that and you don't offer enough cutting edge, then they'll find a way. And pretty much, you know, we had a lot of the traffic was going the right way, but, you know, never really opened them up.
Yeah, it was a slow start as well, wasn't it, Sean?
Yeah,
never
very frustrated.
Not on the front foot.
No, very frustrated with that. And they just played it forwards, got after it, We didn't deal with the first contact, second balls, and you know, without them dominating, but it just made it sort of playing to their hands a bit more. But I said to you know, it's frustrating as a manager, you tell them all the things, fast start and all the rest of it. But anyways, they've done a lot of good work here, but we've got to remind ourselves that this is the challenge right in front of us. It's not a done deal, and I've said that ever since I've got it.
We spoke in the build-up to this game, didn't we, about strikers? I'm wondering, there'll be a few fans who are kind of thinking, well, you're behind at home. Was there not a case for Kelly Mwendo tonight as well as Taiwo Awoniyi or two up front or anything, really?
Yeah, well, we work with these players every day, so it's fair to say, you know, we get a chance to see what they're activating and see how they're playing, all the stats, all the facts. So there's a reason why we pick teams, of course. It didn't fire tonight, so we do need more from all of them.
Yeah. Are you worried by the situation, Sean? I mean, it's, you know, as you said, you're getting really good performances against perhaps the big 6 clubs, maybe. It's coincidence, but
the way that football works is 3 games ago they're saying we were brilliant and we played overrun Tottenham. That's the way it is. You know, the story tonight would have changed back the other way, and now it changed the reverse way. Oh, you haven't won in 3 and all the rest of it. But 3 games ago they're saying how brilliant we are. So, you know, I never get too high with the highs, never too low with the lows. Tonight was a good performance in many ways. If you score and you win, everyone says it's totally dominant. But we didn't score and win. Therefore, everyone says, well, you didn't do this and you didn't do that, including me, by the way. So that's just the nature of the business that we're in. You know, it flip-flops very quickly with the view, and that's why I always talk about seeing through the noise. You know, just park all that. What were the facts of the game? What did we actually do and what do we need to correct? And that's going to be very important going forwards.
And this C word keeps coming up, doesn't it? Consistency.
Yes, it does. And that's the biggest challenge for us, I think, you know, because, as I said, when the big clubs have been around, we've delivered, we look that edge that I talk about, that intensity to our work. And when the expectations are going, we've just looked like we're a bit unsure of ourselves and everyone playing safe, not really putting the ball at risk, which is what I said to them at half time. I said, go and play, put the ball at risk. So not bothered if it goes out of play or it doesn't work, but you're never going to do anything if you just keep playing safe all the time. Too much safe play tonight, too much safe play, and not enough questions asked of the opposition, even in a dominant style performance. But you've got to ask more questions than that.
Yeah. And not much time to get ready now for Villa, which is obviously going to be a heck of a trip there.
Yeah, well, they're all tough games. You know, these are reminders. You know, there's no such thing as an easy game in the Premier League.